Hello and welcome to Myth Mavens. I'm your host Nemo,
And I'm Roman.
and today we are talking about Percy Jackson Season 2. Well, the first 4 episodes
Wait,
of it.
yeah, Mythly, not the plan to record an episode.
No, we wanted to wait until the
But-
season end, but
we may or may not have fallen in love with season 2 a bit more than we were expecting.
yeah. Also, we wanted to talk about the changes that they have made in the show and how they are making the show better in some ways.
More concise, expanding on characters that needed a bit of expansion done,
Yeah,
whilst not removing work for other characters. Like, Percy is still Percy. It's not like we're not getting Percy content, it's just we're also getting Clarisse.
yeah. So we'll talk about those in a bit. Warning, there are gonna be spoilers for the entirety of the second book and possibly the entirety of this series, the first series
Yeah,
at
well,
least.
for the first five, the five books of the original
Mhm.
Percy Jackson series, we won't go into Heroes of Olympus.
No, we won't
spoilers.
go into that. But yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. So the first change, and this, in my opinion, is the best change in the show, is that Clarisse's story has been more fleshed out, especially including her
Yes.
relationship with Ares.
Yes, in the book, it's very much a very blatant abusive relationship,
Yes.
to the point where Ares threatens to hit her.
I mean, even in the show, he does threaten her.
It's still there. It's absolutely there, but it's more subtle.
Mhm.
It's more you know what the consequences will be, and not she flinches away from it.
Yeah. In the books, Percy notices eavesdrops on her conversation, and
Mhm.
in the show we get sort of a cut away from Percy. So it's a private moment between Ares and Clarisse, and
Mhm.
another change that it's the most recent episode, so it's fresh on my mind, is Percy's relationship with her crew. Now, in the books, we did see that
Clarisse's relationship with her crew.
Yes, Clarisse's relationship with her crew. In the books, we did see that Clarisse was very protective over the
She
campus.
cares for her soldiers.
Mhm.
Yeah, she cares for her soldiers. As long as she's not committed to her bloodlust.
No. Yeah, so we see that particularly after the fight with the mechanical bulls in the second book. This
Mhm.
time we see it with the crew that she has on her ship.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which also helps because the crew in the book 1 were Confederates.
Yeah, so the change is better, I guess.
Were very much no names.
Mhm.
Here, they have names.
Mhm.
And I'm sad Carrington's dead
Yeah.
again. Because the British captain was quite fun.
Mhm. Yeah, and
Even if he was the most stereotypical British captain I've seen in a while.
to be fair, they were all in a way some stereotypes, including Mitch.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it was fun to see
Yes.
them, and especially given how dedicated they were to Clarisse's cause, that when Clarisse asked her to go for the six people
Yes.
to go on the deck, they went willingly, which
Yeah, well, but also fair to point, I think it's Annabeth who points out, there is no way Clarisse can promise them Elysium.
yeah. So she's definitely banking on a false promise, but they still trust her leadership in some ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, that entire final look between Carrington and Clarisse before Clarisse makes her choice, the smaller choices that we'll talk about more as we go on. Yeah, that scene broke my heart. It's so much better than the book.
Yeah, and making the crew be from every era made it a lot of fun. And whilst I was surprised, the Argonaut mentioned is an actual canonical Argonaut that was on the Argo. It's a little bit of a shame he didn't get to say anything or do anything. Because you've got an actual Argonaut.
Yeah.
You don't have him do anything.
Yeah, anyway. So, again, they were minor characters. Love them.
Minor characters. I still don't know what the Viking was going to do with his axe against Scylla, of all things.
I mean, I don't...
At least some of them had guns.
Yeah, fair. Also, speaking of Scylla, the monsters look fantastic this season.
Yep. I don't know if I've fallen enough of a Chimera in the first season recap. I love the monster design in this show.
Yeah, the monsters
because they are not
excellent.
the traditional ways of displaying them, which fit. We have multiple ways of designing what the Chimera looks like, what Scylla looks like. We don't get much description in the myths. It's not helped by the lack of sources.
But yeah.
But like, and it's the monsters that are well known or are simple are very logical. Cyclopses always look like you'd expect a Cyclops to look like.
Yeah, I mean they are taking some artistic liberties, as we'll see even later on in the show from what we have seen from the preview, especially with Sirens. So those things are obviously there, but I do think that they are making their own versions, and they are good, more or less, in my opinion. They're not really hampering my enjoyment of the show.
Yeah, it's like, okay, yeah, Scylla is described as a creature with tentacles. Sure, but she lives near the sea. Let's make her a crustacean or some kind or something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fine.
Yeah, so speaking of that, the second major change, I mean major in some ways, is that Tyson is somehow simultaneously more badass as well as innocent in the show.
Yeah, he was not coming off as dumb.
Yeah, but it's not coming off as
or
dumb.
Being read like a stereotypical character in an audiobook.
Yeah.
He's absolutely... His emotional intelligence needs some work, but that's because in the original, he is described as being 8.
Yeah, he's very young for like a Cyclops. And so he's innocent and naive in a childlike way, not in a like an adult-like way who doesn't know things.
But he's also extremely... Funny thing, the brother of the loyal character is extremely loyal.
Yeah, him...
Which also, want to point out, is we've not really delved into fatal flaws into the show. We're going to get into that next episode.
Yeah.
It actually makes sense. Tyson is also a son of Poseidon. Percy's fatal flaw is loyalty. So of course Tyson's fatal flaw is also loyalty.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It just falls into a different way. Because the way they escape the prison Andromeda is, well, Tyson sees, oh, I'm being treated well here.
Yeah.
But I am loyal to Percy.
Yeah, despite
I'll help them escape.
Yeah, despite how he has been treated at the camp versus at the Princess Andromeda, he chooses to go with Percy.
Yeah,
which is
again,
a big
it's
choice.
loyalty.
Yeah, so that, again, fantastic change. Another one that I really love is Luke's motives and charisma are somehow even better in the show.
Yes, you can tell that there's more of a... He's still outright evil, but they've deliberately given him a human henchman who is full-on evil.
Yeah.
Partially because Luke, in my opinion, is irredeemable. That's not how the book technically ends.
It's okay.
But it makes a lot more... I'm going to delve ever so slightly into Heroes of Olympus. It makes more sense why Percy would remember this Luke more fondly than the original Luke.
Yeah, I mean, Percy is still gung-ho on killing Luke. Like, hadn't his
absolutely. That has not changed. But Luke is much more... The second he meets him, oh, I'm mentoring you.
I'm mentoring you.
Let me explain what we're doing here.
He shows how monsters are treated better on his ship, how...
yes, all 3 of them.
All 3 of them, yeah. I mean,
the budget sometimes shows in this show.
we did get a Hellhound picture, but that's about it. Anyway, but yeah, but he simultaneously still mentions that he has no regards for the humans. Those who are not demigods.
Yeah, no, that's something Annabeth points out. It's like the person. I think it's Percy. What about the humans? And Annabeth says he doesn't care for them.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
Another thing that I really like is how Luke mentions how Thalia would have joined him instead of siding with the gods. And just in the next episode, we see Thalia making a choice for Annabeth, and despite her not liking it, the choice.
Yeah, the fact that I went fully that, oh, the barrier is full on a creation of Thalia. Is that Thalia's sacrifice to defend Annabeth that created the barrier, not Zeus magically creating a barrier. And my brain went, oh shit.
Yeah, the barrier manifests in lightning way, that how we saw in the first episode with it's flossing back the Platyconians, which is really good. Anyway, another change that I like is, I mean, we have talked about this before, how Percy's and Annabeth's relationship should not be rushed, and they're taking it slowly in the show, but it's more.
I think this is what before the season we were worried a little bit about, because I don't think it's too massive a change to remove the slow burn, because it gets frustrating for me. But it is a core part of the books.
Yeah,
and I don't think they're rushing this.
No, they're not rushing it. They are definitely 100% trustful of each other. That is there. That is a change from, well, not a big change. Even in the books,
it's Percy not so much a change. It's more a thing of, I understand you, you understand me.
Yeah, and Percy trusting each decision Annabeth makes. Even in the latest episode we saw with the Annabeth's choice of going near Scylla instead of Charybdis. Same thing, Percy backing it up. But yeah, so I like that their relationship has been enhanced. I wouldn't say it's progressing faster than the books, but it's certainly better.
It's developing in a different manner that makes them closer without it becoming romantic.
Yes. Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's romantic just yet. That is true. Anyway,
Percy is smart.
Percy is smart.
Hey, look at that! Percy's showing the intelligence he rarely showed in the original books, but again, is showing in other series. Because Percy is not stupid. It's just the problem is we were always in his own head in the original series, which means he's always comparing himself to Annabeth.
He's comparing himself to Annabeth. He's also undermining his own choices. Every time he does something cool, he's like, no, someone else helped me, someone else did it for me, and that's it. So reading that from Percy's perspective and seeing it from outside his perspective is a completely different thing, and even we explore it in the later books as well. So yeah, Percy is smart, and his powers are on full display this season.
Yeah, it's very much a thing of, okay, so in the books his powers feel a little underdeveloped. But here we're fully getting, no, Percy's confident enough to try something.
Yeah, I mean, even in the last shot where he's sort of controlling the waves and trying to anchor the ship before it blows up, obviously, he's...
Well, disintegrates more like.
fair. But yeah, he's still using his powers in a way that really only comes about in book 5, in my opinion.
Not even... I wouldn't... It's book 4 when he discovers he can bring water out of nowhere, and then uses it to blow up a volcano.
Yeah.
But even that is accidental. I feel like they're setting it up more like, oh, it's not as accidental. It's Percy's fully aware he can do it. He's just also he shouldn't.
Yeah. Also, his leadership abilities, especially how he talked with Clarisse, the most recent episode. Amazing.
Yeah. Percy needs to be set up as the leader of camp, which unfortunately the books never really did. He's treated as the leader of camp, but he's never treated as a general.
No. Yeah,
because he always defers to Annabeth without recognizing he is the figure. If he fell in the Battle of Manhattan, they would have collapsed.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, he is the anchor in the entire battle. And to be fair, he does show leadership abilities in the last book pretty significantly throughout the Battle of Manhattan. But setting it up earlier...
it's mostly when Annabeth is incapacitated.
Yeah, so setting it up earlier in this book definitely helps a lot. Anyway, Annabeth, probably the best character in the show.
It helped that the acting across the board has improved massively. Again, that's just child acting. Good luck finding a kid aged 12 who can act like Michael Caine.
No, but the acting has definitely improved a lot, and especially like Annabeth with Leah Sava Jeffries doing masterful work. Even in the smallest moments when you see Annabeth sort of doubting herself and doubting Chiron when she talks about the prophecy in the 3rd episode. So all these smaller moments where it's so well done, like in the show, and it helps that Annabeth is the central character of not just this book but in the entire series in a way.
she's she and Percy anchor the book series completely.
Yeah.
For goodness sake, the entire third book is Percy wants Annabeth back.
Also, a lot of the choices that the different characters make are inspired by Annabeth, like Thalia's choice, Luke's, some of the Luke's choices, Percy's choices are all inspired by Annabeth. So yeah, so
but
showing that she
but
is,
it's like
yeah,
she is still like. This is why I'm almost certain we are going to love the next episode, because that is going to be Percabeth Central.
Pretty much, and we are loving the previews that we are seeing.
Yes, the previews are very good because if you're a book reader, you know roughly what's going. But the show never says this is exactly how it's going to happen.
Yeah,
that's always a surprise.
Yeah, and they are combining things in a way that makes sense.
Yeah, like the preview already said, like Cersei pointing out the sirens.
Yeah,
that's the thing of sure, why not?
Yeah, and finally
the budget. You boy, you can tell they have a slight. It's not. I don't even think it's necessarily they have a massively big budget. It's that they are no longer relying on the volume.
No, they are no longer relying on the
biggest complaint of the last. Yeah, the biggest episode we had complaints about for season 1 was episode 7, the Underworld episode.
Yeah,
which was so heavily the volume that it made the Underworld look horrible.
Yeah. So
it worked in a set like Mount Olympus because it actually works there.
Yeah.
But it didn't work when we go into Hades' palace and we see Hades' living room behind the thrones.
I think it's because everything is empty, as we talked about in that episode as well.
Yes.
So that seriously hampers the entire look of the Underworld.
Yes, the god who in the original series is described as having easily the most wealth, even in his palace, has nothing.
Yeah.
There's not a hint of wealth.
Yeah. So getting rid of that.
Whereas now
making bigger set pieces, including the chariot race.
Yeah.
The Princess Andromeda.
Not just a chariot race, building an actual chariot track.
Yeah.
With actual stands, with actual functional stables, with actual chariots and actual charioteers. That's massive. The Princess Andromeda set is pretty big. The ironclad ships, even if I have a personal disappointment that they called it the ironclad, that's not how ship naming works. But that even the big gun on the back, the 15-inch gun, that is a physical thing. They built that.
Yeah.
You don't even see much of it.
No.
And they built it.
Yeah. So having all these physical set pieces, this definitely looks way better than the first season did.
Yes, but that is what we've noticed over the past 2-3 years. Films and TV shows are more willing to build physical sets again.
And I think that's an advancement.
Wednesday has built Wednesday built massive physical sets from Nevermore or the house the Adamses live in. The Minecraft film built physical sets to scale the Minecraft scale. It's Minecraft. It's the biggest excuse for pure CGI I've ever seen, and they still built physical sets.
Yeah,
they built physical things. Like Hollywood is willing to build sets again now that they've gotten over their love affair with the volume.
Yeah, I think that was
if only sci-fi shows would learn that.
I think that was just a
I'm
tiny
glaring
period.
at you, Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I think that was a tiny period of cinema history where everything was on lockdown.
It's because it worked so well for The Mandalorian.
It worked for The Mandalorian, and also everything was in the lockdown, so it was easier to film indoors with volume than outside. So definitely. So now that they are building again outside, it makes perfect sense.
But yeah, everything is bigger. The set pieces are bigger. They've even in the behind the scenes things, the actors are out saying they are so excited to be doing so much more on location.
Yeah. So So well, that's about it. That from the changes that we have noticed this season. Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, we'll do a big review of the entire season once the season is over in a few weeks, where no doubt at some point we'll find something to complain about, but so far I don't think we actually have any. Nothing that's worth complaining about.
No, not currently, no. I think we both of us have really liked the season, so yeah.
The fact you keep teasing me every time because you can watch the episode before I can, because I'm at work when the episode is released.
Yeah.
And you then suddenly sent me a message. The episode was so good.
I have my lunch break at the time, so I just watch it during the lunch break. An hour lunch break, 45 minutes, easily. But yeah. So with that, see you next time. Bye bye.
Yep. Bye bye.